Hey everyone, Dave here, and just wanted to do a quick review of Incubation from Synapses Games. This is designed by Carl Briere, and if you want to see how the game is played all the way through, make sure you click the link in the video description and it will take you over to the playthrough that I did with my niece Kaylee. But let me just give you quick impressions, and then we're going to talk about the game a little more in depth when I flip the camera around and we go down to the table. So really quickly, this is just a nice, pleasant, light-hearted, dice-driven game where you're trying to hatch dragon eggs. It's very simple, very easy to teach. Literally, you can teach the game in just a couple of minutes. Very good for families to play. It's easy for kids to pick up on, and it has really cute artwork. But let's flip the camera around. We're going to go down to the table, take a look at the game, and talk about some of the other things. All right, as we get down to the table, before we talk about this, the rule book is very well laid out. It's literally like 7 pages. How to play the game, plenty of examples, and this will have you up and running in no time. Now, if you watch the playthrough, you'll notice that I had some premium bits, and while I was at Gen Con, I picked up the game, and it actually came with some metal victory point coins and acrylic markers for the fire and water. So I thought that was a nice incentive for doing that. I'm not sure how else they'll be available, but when you look at the game here, like a normal retail version, this is what it's going to look like. We have our cardboard tokens here for the fire, the water, and then also our coins there, which are more than adequate. But we look at this, and we have really cute artwork. This happens to be one of my favorite little dragon hatchlings right here, this yellow one, but the green one is pretty cute as well. So, and the production value is really good. The cards are a linen finish, and they are pretty durable. They shuffle really nice, and you just really kind of eye-popping when you look at them from the table perspective. Now, as we start getting into playing the game, in front of you, you have your incubator. And so these are the different spaces that are along there. You can see where the resources hold. But when you have a dragon egg there, this one here, I can only accommodate 2 fire or 2 water. So if on a turn I actually have 3, I won't be able to do that. So that's how the incubators look close up. And but when you're playing the game, you roll the dice, and then you know the first thing you have to do is you have to make a decision. Do you want to re-roll them, or do you want to use these? Is it useful to gather the resources? Sure, you can use both of those, but you have 1 empty incubator. Do you want to maybe just grab 1 resource and perhaps start working on another egg? That's one of the choices that you have to make. If you happen to roll doubles like this, is it useful to do this? Take the 3 and throw an extra 1 out in the pool? Well, it could be. But more interesting is what to do with these chests. If you happen to roll a double chest on your first roll, then you have to decide, okay, do I want to re-roll these, 1 or both, or do I want to cash in and grab something from one of these treasure areas? Perhaps it would be able to allow me to hatch an egg sooner. So just the decisions of having what to do with the dice and being able to re-roll them, how to utilize them, I like that. Now, when you look at the different eggs and you see the point values, this one's a 3-pointer. This one over here is a 3-pointer, and the one behind there is 6. And the one that I had started off with at the beginning of the game is worth 5. Well, when you're choosing to get more eggs, here comes the decision making. Do you want to take a lower cost egg with maybe some quicker, you don't have to have as many resources to be able to hatch these faster to go after these objectives? Or are you going to go in the long haul and go for something that might take a little bit more time, but it's going to yield you more points? So that's one of the decisions you have to make during the game, and I like that. It's not really pressing, but it's going to take a simple game like this, and it's going to add just a little bit more where you're going to have to think about how to approach this game. So, and then also you're going to have to look at the colors. Okay, are you going to try, you're looking and you have an idea here, what are you going to go after? This one here is, any 8 dragons. So, the first person to get 8, that's going to give you 5 points. So this is like, okay, I can have a variety, but if I'm looking as to what's out here, okay, this one has a requirement for red dragons and blue dragons. This has blue dragons. This has red dragons and some green ones. Well, I can't probably get all of them, But it would probably be in my best interest to start trying to get blue dragons, because if I have 2 here, I only need 1 more over here, and I can certainly try to pick up coins along the way. So this is going to help you to make a decision as to what kind of eggs you're going to want to hatch. So I think that that's another cool thing, and that's going to challenge the kids to be able to think and process information. What's the best choice? So there are learning opportunities, even though the game is having fun. Now in this particular game, playing against Kaylee in the playthrough, I had taken 3 of these objective cards and she had only gotten 2. I ended up winning because I had basically rolled a lot of coins, and so I had a stack of the 5-pointers sitting in front of me, and in fact one of the objectives that I had was to have 15 value in coins. She went after some higher value eggs, and the score was actually relatively close. So I thought that she did a good job of making good decisions. Now, the first time that we played it, she kept going after hybrid dragons, and they never collected for any sets, and then she really had nowhere to take any of the things that were on here. So some of these treasure piles kept filling up and up and up. And I do like this idea here with using this like a single chest to be able to rotate this and then to seed this with more stuff. So you rotate one section and okay, now a fire would go here, so we put one out here like that, and then we would put a coin over on this particular one, and then we have a water is going to go over here. And so what happens is, this is really cool. You start hatching eggs, you can start being able to hatch more. So I think there's a neat little kind of like combination aspect that comes up with this as well. So you package all that together. You have some decision making when it comes to rolling the dice. What are the dragons you're going to have to go after? You do have luck dependency here, but just a way. But you do have decisions. Okay, what kind of eggs am I going to try to hatch? Based upon what's available. You put it all together, and it makes a nice family-style game that looks really, really cute and fun to play. And that is Incubation from Synapses Games. All right. Thanks, you guys, for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.